Most people think The Wolf of Wall Street is a story about greed. They're wrong. It's a story about how easily ordinary people can be financially manipulated and how the system quietly rewards those who master it. Thousands of families lost their savings, a few dozen salesmen bought Lamborghinis, and the machinery that made it possible still runs today. If you've ever invested, traded crypto, followed stock influencers, or downloaded a trading app, this story already involves you. Before we continue, if you care about understanding how money systems really work, not just how they're marketed, subscribe to Smart Money Theory. This channel breaks down finance the way Wall Street never will. Now let's begin. Jordan Belfort didn't become rich because he was brilliant. He became rich because he understood one brutal truth. Markets don't move on facts, they move on emotion. In the late 1980s, Belfort was a broke trainee broker in New York. He thought stockbroking meant helping people grow wealth. It took him one lunch break to learn otherwise. His boss explained the business model in 10 seconds. Push whatever pays the highest commission. Clients don't matter, volume does. That was his real education. Then he discovered penny stocks, tiny companies trading for cents. No analyst coverage, no institutional oversight, no transparency. Perfect hunting ground. Here's what clicked in Belfort's mind. If you control the supply and you control the story, you control the price. So he built Stratton Oakmont, not a brokerage, a factory. Young recruits were trained like soldiers. They memorized scripts. They practiced objection handling. They learned how to manufacture urgency. Every call followed the same structure: create exclusivity, create pressure, create fear of missing out. This opportunity won't last. My best clients are already in. I wouldn't offer this to just anyone. They weren't selling stocks, they were selling certainty. Behind the scenes, Stratton would quietly accumulate massive positions in worthless companies. Then they turned on the phones. Thousands of calls per day. Teachers, retirees, small business owners, people who trusted professional voices. As buying increased, prices rose, not because businesses improved, because demand was engineered. Once prices spiked, insiders sold. Clients were left holding collapsing shares. That's the pump, then the dump. Let's talk numbers. Stratton might buy a stock at 10 cents, hype it to $5, then exit. That's nearly a 50x return. Customers? They entered near the top. When reality returned, their investments evaporated. Belfort personally made over $200 million. His firm generated more than $1 billion, and most victims never recovered their money. But here's the darker truth. The real product wasn't stocks, it was trust. Trust in voices, trust in institutions, trust in Wall Street itself. That trust was monetized. You might think this died in the 1990s. It didn't. It evolved. Today, the cold calls are Discord servers. The scripts are Twitter threads. The boiler rooms are Telegram groups. The Lamborghinis are Instagram posts. But the structure is identical. Cheap asset accumulation, manufactured hype, retail participation, insider exit, retail losses. Crypto rug pulls follow this model. Meme stocks follow this model. NFT bubbles followed this model. Different packaging, same psychology. Because humans haven't changed. People don't buy fundamentals. They buy stories. They buy momentum. They buy belonging. Belfort understood this instinctively. He didn't sell investments. He sold identity. Being early, being smart, being part of something. Regulators eventually caught him. He served 22 months in prison. Victims recovered only fractions. But something strange happened. He became famous, then wealthy again, then a motivational speaker. The man who mastered financial manipulation now teaches persuasion. That tells you everything about how this system works. Markets don't punish behavior, they punish timing. If you scale fast enough, consequences become negotiable. Now zoom out. Retail investing has exploded. Zero commissions, instant trading, social media finance influencers. Anyone can speculate in seconds. Sounds empowering, but it also means manipulation spreads at internet speed. Billions moved during meme stock mania. Trillions flowed through crypto cycles. Pixel images sold for house prices, not because value changed, because belief did. Here's the uncomfortable reality. Modern markets run on attention. Whoever controls attention controls price, and attention is cheaper to manufacture than real economic value. Long term, this creates fragility. People lose faith, institutions weaken, wealth concentrates, new investors get burned, and finance begins to feel like a casino. But nobody thinks they're being scammed. They think they found opportunity. That's how bubbles feel from inside. So what did the Wolf of Wall Street actually teach us? That fraud doesn't wear masks, it wears confidence. That financial systems reward persuasion more than truth, and that every boom carries a shadow economy beneath it. Today, we have more apps, more platforms, more regulation, but also more leverage, more complexity, more ways to hide incentives. The system didn't remove Belfort, it optimized him. Which leaves one uncomfortable question. If the same scam keeps repeating across decades and technologies, maybe the problem isn't bad actors, maybe it's human nature colliding with markets designed around speed, speculation, and status. So the real question isn't whether another Wolf of Wall Street will appear, it's whether we'll recognize them while they're still building their audience.